net care hospitals, med clinics. But there are those who, when you walk around the street, you find them begging on the roads. Begging along the side of the roads. They were born in the high top level clinics, net cares, med clinics, not even in a public hospitals, in a good environment. But that does not mean their future is guaranteed. So anybody's future comes from yourself, not from anybody else, not from where you were born. So this is what I'm saying. So we'll talk more with the girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much for sharing.
Yeah.
It's very inspiring.
Yeah. So we will then. I just want to tell you where I come from, and then when we are together, we'll elaborate and tell you in between what did I do in that particular village, what did I do in this town, what did I do in this city, what did I do in this.
And you have a book as well. Is it?
There are books. People wrote books about me.
About you, man.
I didn't write a book, but people wrote books about me.
So,
What I can do, I can tell my guys to bring the books that says the best advice I've ever got.
yeah.
That's where one guy wrote a book about me. And it's Boo Lobe also wrote a book on 2020.
Yeah.
It's Boo, DJ's book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a book. It's called 2020.
But you young people,
Leadership 2020.
can you just write a book which is a day, which is the 3 hours with Dr. Tim?
Yeah.
So you share it.
The 3 hours with
then
what you've learned.
What you've learned.
That will be what you've learned.
It becomes the 10 stories with each one of you. So
I think it's a good. We've got a good advisor here, who also I don't have. So you've got a good advisor. So you can the series we are. We're sitting in.
Yeah.
I can tell the book of Boo is the best-selling book because of my
But
story.
he is the subject.
Yeah.
And the next month
Yeah.
is a month to celebrate diversity, which is deal with this issue of race. And part of racism manifests itself in inequality, where as he is talking about the 5 addresses that he has occupied in life. The first one was not his choice.
Yeah.
The others are his choice.
The others are my choice.
But there are blacks who don't have that choice.
Yeah.
And they believe that the choice was taken away by apartheid. So they can't move. Whereas he chose not to be where he was born.
Yeah.
So that choice and how you then execute it is what distinguishes him. Not from black or white, just as a human being. Today he is somebody because he made a choice. So those lessons through him, you can deal with issue of race, issue of inequality, issues of unemployment, and so the triple challenges that people talk about. Even if you gave him land, he may not. Right now, his life is not about land. It's actually about doing something.
So this is the book I'm talking about. The best advice I ever got.
Okay.
So, but I love the one we were talking about on the 3 hours.
The 3 hours.
Then that you can produce. But in this book, you can see this. What happened to this thing now? I took pictures then that disappeared. So these are the group of people.
So even now you can
See
say
these people here, these people. These are the group of musicians.
yeah.
These are the group of musicians. They're from different. If you follow gospel, there's a guy called KK. There's 3 tenors, Afro tenors of Soweto. These are all artists. They sing different, but they all came to see me in my house. We sit together in that session. I gave them 3 hours, 4 hours to be with me. We eat, we share. So this is what I'm
So
saying.
you know what Bush was talking about, Denzel Washington. That's the man
I hosted.
That's the man who hosted him.
Yeah. Yes. So we sit together in the boardroom there.
Yeah.
We talk.
Yeah.
And then we come out there, all of us very clean.
Yeah.
And you should do it very quick.
Very quick, yeah.
Before I get deeper into my business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the business, how it operates, it's got one day you are busy, one day you're not busy.
Yeah.
You see?
So I think those are so maybe you can secure a time when he's available, then you coordinate with his office, to make sure that the names of the people you are bringing, he knows who they are. There's a background to each of them, and so that you can speak to them, so that it becomes more meaningful. If they are lawyers, accountants,
We call Ayanda.
yeah.
Ayanda.
So then you plan for that. So it will be 3 hours, but after that you have an obligation to share
That information.
Nothing to write. Have a seat.
You look angry.
No, not.
Ah, okay. So you're serious.
I like that. I like that, I like that part.
You see,
It's a great evaluation.
yeah, you must look like we are friends.
That's a great evaluation. Good. I like that. Because when you go to hotels, they ask you to fill the form. Then how was service and all that. So, but this one is not a form. It's just direct. I like it. I'll take it from there.
You see?
So, Ayanda, yeah, we say something.
This is Natalie,
Okay.
and one of we have a bridge to a wealth program.
Okay.
That the opposite of poverty is not wealth.
Okay.
It's hard work.
All right.
It's perseverance. It's passion. So when you look at the African stars, you see darkness because we don't know the stories. We assume that we know Dr. Tim, but actually we don't know. So young people don't have anyone to look up to.
Okay.
In other continents, they have. Stories are told. Peace, life is celebrated. So that is the project. So we have just a bridge as Dr. Tim, 3 hours with him.
Okay.
So there will be 10 people from different backgrounds who share 3 hours with him. Then they have an obligation after that to produce something of value, so that future generations will know what this lunch was all about, or what the 3 hours was all about. So what we wanted is just to get a date from you, so that we coincide. You know, the Human Rights Day, because of that sparrow issue, racism.
Yes.
This year, the particular focus is not on racism, and some of us believe racism is limiting. But you may not like me, not because I'm black or because I'm white, just you don't like the person. But now we have to be politically correct and like each other, or pretend to like each other. So the idea is, how do we de-racialize ourselves, and how do we remove these artificial barriers? So his life has broken a number of barriers from where he was born to where he is today. Even the office you occupy 20 years ago, or 25 years ago, it would be a contested address. But today you are here. But we never reflect on what has happened to make you come here
Person to get to
to where they are.
Mm.
So that is the overall objective.
Okay.
So maybe you can work with Natalie, exchanging notes, so that the planning of it.
No.
We don't want to bring people with no value who come surprised and say they don't even know who Dr. Tim. We want to have a meaningful conversation.
Okay. Where would this take place?
It will take place here.
Here at the
Yeah,
office.
so they just come just to know where you are. When they arrive, they know what this office represents. Then they'll talk to the man.
So I'm just we'll check the diary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because next week, this
Yeah.
week is I'm
that's fine.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
Next week I'm not here,
Okay.
and then where is that next week? It's March next week, ne?
Yeah.
Mm.
The second to the third,
Yeah.
you're not here.
It's March next week, right? The first week I'm not here.
Okay.
That is next week.
Yeah.
I think I'm in Ghana. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Ghana, and then also Cape Town, then back.
Yeah.
And then Ghana is I'm DRC next week.
Yeah.
Ghana is on the 7th, next week on 7th. Now, what we can do, the right date
Yeah.
will be around, normally on Friday, my day is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that would be a better day, because people.
Yeah,
are
normally
coming to-
on Friday, my day is good. Even if I have meetings, my meeting end up in the morning.
Yeah.
So to be safe, we can simply say, before I get tired very quick,
Yeah.
I get tired very quick. My mornings are very better. So what I'll do to avoid that, we can do lunch together here.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll do 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, yeah.
So that I get into spirit
Yeah.
before I,
Yeah.
this was very bad, this thing I end up.
I'm actually in pain, not that I'm not smiling, but it's quite sore and I'm feeling cold.
Oh,
outside.
Shan,
I recently had a burn.
what happened?
I got burnt by a steam iron.
Oh, I hope it's not.
You see?
It's not an enemy.
No, I don't have an enemy that I know of.
Oh yeah, but anyway,
That's it.
it's it's country.
But it's exposed.
But you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna just be like this before.
Yeah, it will.
But before, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just that at night and
At night, you can't.
even now, it's that where the joints are, it's quite sore. So it's not.
Yeah,
easy
it's
to-
not.
Are you justifying why are you smiling?
I think that's where the.
If there was a way to stop
I'm
the
just
hands, I
asking,
wish
are
I
you
could.
justifying why you're not smiling?
It's because God has given you a punishment for not smiling too much.
No, it's not justifying why he's not smiling.
No, she doesn't want to smile at all.
No, she's trying to justify why he's not smiling because
Yeah,
he's
I
in
know.
pain.
Yeah.
If you'd have said that from the beginning,
Yeah.
I'm
No,
in pain.
now I know why you are not.
I
You are
wasn't
not.
given the chance.
Ah, okay.
So
So I think that's
Friday.
Friday,
so Friday the 11th.
12 o'clock.
Yeah. So you hear Friday. So between then you can coordinate. with
Friday, 12 o'clock. Because
Sharp, 12 o'clock
once
sharp.
it's after 12,
her. Yeah.
I get
No, I think
exhausted
that's- yeah.
on my mind.
Yeah.
Because I want to have lunch with you.
Yeah.
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 So if you say it's
Our boat
3
can carry 7
hours,
people.
it can carry 12.
It's 12-seater.
So
Is it 12-seater like?
Right now it's on 10, but if you do bring extra chairs, we can sit 12.
so you have 12 disciples.
Is okay, you can make 12 disciples.
Yeah.
Make it 12.
Yeah.
12 can
12 apostles.
12 is a seat that you can put in there, eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
12, and that 12 will include me.
No, you are the 13 one.
Eh? Okay,
You are-
bring 12 people.
Yeah.
I'll be the 13th
You're
one.
the 13th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
arrange.
Hmm?
We'll arrange.
Yeah.
So don't bring standing.
Standing passengers.
Okay.
We are going to be friendly, all
You're
of us.
friendly. Yeah. But they must
They
talk.
must have time to sit, and then God will speak to me, because I want to get. They will eat with me.
Okay, if you say you need 3 hours and there's a
Not-
lunch, is it 3 hours?
No, it's a
to
working
eat?
lunch.
So
It's a working
we'll
lunch.
be merry. We'll be sitting together.
Yeah. And each one explaining who they are, what brings them to this thing.
Things like this, I do them at home, but I do them at home more often, and I sit and we eat as we talk,
Okay.
and understand what I mean. But we produce something.
Okay.
So that's
So I do it a lot, and I do it at home. So now instead of doing it at home,
we're doing it because you want an office environment.
I want to do it at the
So
office
that-
environment.
yeah.
I want, because they are not, the generation is different generation. You see, it's your generation.
See that things milk comes from a fridge.
But now you need to mix your people, ne?
Yeah.
You need to mix your generation. Might be
Yeah.
black boys,
Blacks, yeah, and
not-
girls.
Yeah, not race. Don't have.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you with boys and girls.
Yeah.
Yes, so that we don't have only sitting
Yeah.
with girls, and then
Then it becomes.
we have something else, because we now. What about the boys? Because people are saying boys. That's why boys are behaving like what they're doing now, because they get most of the time neglected and marginalized, because they believe no, they are boys. What else? No one. So please bring boys as well.
So thank you. See, this is the campaign.
Oh, okay.
Do you think Tim is a living legend?
Yes.
Why?
He's been celebrated.
Why?
Who?
Why?
Over and over.
You know what a legend is? What is a legend?
Of course I know, I'm 30 years old.
No, I'm saying
How?
what you know the biggest problem-
Already,
the biggest
and
problem
8 years already.
you have done 3 decades.
I've done 3 decades.
You see, now can you imagine Mugabe has done what 9 decades? And his mind is a 2-year-old. I'm joking.